doping so high. Doping and seething.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Low, man. Low, man.
You like contracts, right? You're a contract guy.
I read contracts instead of convention.
Slippery little bastard! Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Legal Mindset. We're traveling once again. So we got the travel set up, but this time I got my suit. So we're good. No rocking, just unsuited here. We're ready to roll. You know, I always will have instances where I'm just running around going crazy, but I'm loving being here with you guys. I don't think I've scuffed it today on the, I don't think I've scuffed anything too hard here today. I think we're doing all right. But it's good to see you guys here today. What's up, everybody? Make sure you smash a like as you come in. We're going to be talking about the Styx thing, which I was going to report on the other day, but I actually wanted to get a little bit more information, give you a little bit more of a thoughtful analysis, a little bit more of a legal analysis, right? So I'm going to be very fair on this, which I think a lot of people have not, like, it's one way or another. And maybe this pisses off everybody, but that's what I love. I love pissing off everybody. We're going to talk about the pros and the cons with the Styx case. I'm going to give you a little bit of the law, and you guys can be your own judge on that, right? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to review some evidence. We're going to review even what some people are saying, some of the pro-con arguments. So we're gonna entertain both sides. I'll throw up a poll about what you guys think in the chat as well. And we're also going to talk about some parasocial weirdness. There's been some parasocial weirdness, and I think this is a great opportunity to talk about how criminal stuff can come of this. It's an example involving our favorite Yabbit, Pippa Pipkin. So we'll talk about that first. We'll start with the parasocial stuff because it's a little bit of a warm up and it kind of gets into, we'll go the other direction, right, into the Styx topic towards the end. But we'll start with the parasocial stuff because it's really weird, right? And it's something that everybody needs to be very, very careful of, avoid, etc. So we'll get into it. Yes, Styx got arrested. People were in the chat like, he got arrested? Yes, he got arrested. He got arrested. Lumi says here, hey, more legal mindset. Did you see the post I tagged you in? Another content creator had stuff possibly leaked. Let me look at that. Lumi, if you want to email me, just email me. Danielle, put my email in the chat. Email me. That's probably going to be better. I usually catch everything I'm tagged, but yeah, I'll get to it, right? If you've got something, it must be good. So I'll check it out. But thank you for that. And I appreciate everybody that forwards me articles. I get about 20 articles a day that are forwarded in my DMs, emails, and I go through them all, and I pick the ones that I think I can clump together or that have good information or that's a really good legal topic. But I want to say thank you to everybody who emails me because you guys email me some fantastic topics. Some of them are nerdy as fuck, but I love it. I love it, especially when it's like nuanced shit. Absolutely love it. So thank you for that. Also, thank you to JP Ravenfire for 5 and Doug Diaz for 5 in honor of the Yabbit, because we're going to be talking about her today. Let's play the Pippa clip.
Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Oh yeah.
Thank you to Doug and JP. And if you guys got one of those free memberships, say thank you. In fact, you know what? Say thank you regardless to JP and Doug Diaz. These guys are absolute chads, and they really support the channel. Charlie Spur said, parasocial rejection. Horse girl would never reject me. I don't know what you mean. Have you called Rima yet? Does Rima know about that? Speaking of horse girls, actually, let me play the horse girl clip. It's been a while since I played that one. Where's that one at? Here we go.
Thank you very much for all of your lovely art as well. Some of it a little lewd. To those of you drawing me with horses, y'all are into some fucked up shit, and I hope you get the help you need. I really truly hope you get the help you need.
That's for you. That's for you, Charlie. Vagabond, $2. Greetings from Guam. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Hope you're doing well over there in that little island. And Ragrius Reborn says, wait till you hear about Henry Yabbit, Most Infinite Psycho. That's our first story. You tagged me. In fact, you tagged me in this. You brought this upon the chat. So don't you pretend like I'm not going to talk about that, because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. Also, Eyeball Nundy, I said the $500 super chat Pippa got was pretty weird. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about today. We're going to start with that. But there's a broader lesson from that. This isn't about Pippa. And first of all, I'm not trying to put any pressure on Pippa. In fact, I think Pippa handled this as professionally as you could possibly handle it. She was an absolute, just you can't handle things more professionally than she handled it. She did a very good job. She didn't break frame or break character. She handled it well. She was she was polite. So I think she handled it fantastically. It's not about her at all. In fact, this can happen to anybody. I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. In fact, I don't want to make it about this specific instance, because I'm sure this shit happens a lot, particularly with VTubers. I think especially with VTubers, and there's extra risks for VTubers. Right now, I know flesh tubers have risks, like myself, have risks too. Obviously, they can be doxxed, they can be stalked. People know what they look like. They can make AI porn of them, right? Which a lot of people do. Listen, I know there's people out there, and they're
Disgusting.
but people do these things. In fact, South Korea just made a law that it's illegal to create deep fake porn of South Korean citizens in South Korea. So we'll get that there. Einhander gave 10 legal mindset memberships, 10 in one go. You know what I got to say about that?
Not a sin. I cannot absolve you. Mega based.
Thank you so much, Einhander. Appreciate you. Broderick Black says, tell Drexel that at Broderick Black says hi. And good job exposing Disney, bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, so let's start with, we're going to get the Styx. So Styx is, we're going to get there. Let's do the first intro segment on what I want to talk about, parasocial rejection. And this does lead into, I think it ties with this, ties in kind of in a weird way with the Styx topic. So let's see here. And also, I did get your post there, Lumi. So I'm just moving that down the queue. So this happened during a stream of Pippa Pipkin, our favorite Yabbit over there. And let's watch what happened here. Now, mind you, like I said, this could happen with anybody. So this isn't about Pippa. This could happen with any content creator, whether they're 2D or 3D, they're real or not real. It just happened to happen to Pippa, right? So she handled this well. But what came after this is fucking unhinged, and you're gonna see. But let's just watch how she handled it, okay?
That's a lot of money.
It's $500. So one thing you missed there is it's $500. I'll show you in a second. You'll see it, but it is a $500 super chat. So that is a shit ton of money. Now, look, I've gotten $500 super chats. I got $1,000, $2,000 PayPals at one point. That was back in the lawyers getting bribed to drink days. So I get it. And I get there's a lot of pressure when you get a giant dono to, be thankful for it. And of course, we are thankful for it. Like, I'm thankful for everybody, even if you just like the channel, I'm thankful for that, right? Obviously, monetary support helps us the most. It helps us keep the channels going, helps us keep incentivized to do this on a regular basis. But it's a shit ton of money. So obviously, you have to be thankful of it. But that doesn't mean you have to bend the knee because they pay you, right? Just because they drop you whatever money, it's like, thank you, I appreciate that. But that doesn't make me your bitch, right? And it's very important. That's an important thing of parasocialism. Don't think that you all of a sudden own the content creator because you gave them money. I mean, if you actually care about the content creator and there's someone you like, if they're just going to do what you want for money, well, doesn't that just make them a whore, right? Isn't that just making them a whore? And listen, there's a certain level. right? There's a certain level of, okay, there's an expectation you're going to do one thing or another, and you do that for money. But there's a certain level of, okay, they're not your whore, right? They're not just going to dance monkey dance. Because content creators are not. Just throw them a banana and they're going to dance that way, right? So let's continue. Let's finish this.
I'm not laughing at you.
This is obviously at it.
I'm laughing at how strange the situation is. That's a fuck ton of money. You could have asked that with 50 cents. I don't know what the minimum is on YouTube. $1?
$1.
You didn't have to donate that much. I would have read your super chat without it.
And gave the same answer.
Thank you for the absolute fuck ton of money. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Arclay, thank you. A woman comedian, is that a thing? Yeah, they're just not good. Albert, thank you. You're playing a horror games on YouTube. Mark Pippa. Yeah, I'm basically Mark Pippa. Squirrely bit, thank you. Except for I'm not trying to reach out into the celebrity sphere. I'm not trying to forsake my YouTube audience to become Hollywood famous. FC Players, thank you. The worst thing she can say is no. Clippers, put me in now!
So the Clippers got that one. So just so you see here, so there's a little context here. Let me show you guys a little more context on this thing. And so you guys can see the amount here. So the amount right here, this is the guy. So a guy confessed to her, she's laughing, $500 from Zomza. I like you, would you go out with me? So I like you, would you go out with me? This is what we would call in an anime a love confession, right? And I get it. Look, let me come on here. I understand. Maybe you've been watching a lot of anime. I watch a lot of anime too, right? I watch a lot of anime too. I just finished. What the hell did I just finish? I finished Solo Leveling. I hadn't finished Solo Leveling, right? I love anime. But let me tell you this. The love confession rarely works, okay? So I shouldn't even say rarely. It doesn't work, okay? It's ineffective. It's a highly ineffective tactic, especially when you're using that against a content creator who doesn't know you in real life, who doesn't actually know the type of person you are. They've never met you. They don't know where you live in the world. They don't know how they don't know how you look, right? It's not gonna work out. It's not gonna work out. And I know that people in the chat are like, will you go? Here you go. Hold on. Will you go out with me, Andrew? I don't have $500. No. If you had 500, I might go on a date with you. But no, of course not. I'm fucking with you. Okay. I'm fucking with you. $500. I love you. No. Bad chat. Bad. And Jim asks, what if you like to donate to because you support the projects like independent journalists, filmmakers? Yeah, sure. Donate. I donate all the time to things I like, projects I like, people I like, just to say, hey, I love you. I support you. You're great. Your work is awesome. Support them just because you want to support them. Support them because you just want their work. That's awesome. But the difference is when you expect something in return, particularly if it's something in like a relationship or sexual manner, right? That's not good. Patrick over here, 29-month member. What's up, Patrick? I haven't seen you in a while, brother. Good to see you, man. Says, I love you a long time. I love you too, Patrick. I love you too. Yeah, also, Mr. Kangaroo, welcome as a member. Appreciate you. And I'll get I see you have a Styx super chat. I'll get the Styx chats when we get to Styx. We're going to get Styx in a second, okay? We got to get past this insanity, right? Got to get past this insanity. Charlie Spurs says for 5, as your benefactor, legal mindset, tread carefully, toe the line. Maybe if I was Ali Graza. And David said, woohoo, the power of the internet back after Hurricane Helene. Welcome back, guys. I hope you're all safe. I hope I'm doing well. I have a lot of friends. I used to work in Western North Carolina. I worked west of Asheville, near a little town called Waynesville, if you guys know about that, North Carolina. I'm very sympathetic. I reached out to all my friends. I called them. They're all right. They're all good. A lot of my people I knew were in public safety. They also did public service. A lot of them are firefighters, police officers. I was kind of a little town manager. So I knew a lot of folks that were like more in the I guess they're all very prepared people, right? Because they're the ones clearing the streets. They're the ones that are, helping out. So they're doing really well, and I'm just really happy about that. Everybody I know is fine. Their families are fine, which is great. Dreamcatcher said, degenerate version from the casino and BLM version equals perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Silbury says, my Kami Oshi Polka has 125 million subs and 6,500 CCV right now. She owes me nothing. Have a good stream, base sir, base chat, catch replay. Cool. Yeah, no, that's exactly your attitude as it should be, right? These people owe you nothing. Whatever they give you is what they give you. But don't expect something that they're not offering. And a date with them is not on the table unless they're a Twitch e-girl and you're their number 1 tier 3 sub, and they make that like a sub perk, like top donator gets a date with me. And then you're going to get like a weird hug. Okay. It's going to be weird. Vibe AI for 21 months says, I mean, if you can't start buying dates without being a member first, come on, man. Come on. Koshi says, hi, Legal Mindset. Hanging in there in New Jersey, bracing for the effects of the dock worker strike. That's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Let's continue with this. So we had this post here, and they get $500. Got kind of salty, but if you see following this, they really went off the fucking rails. So they just got rejected. She said no. And here's where it went. Once again, shout out to Ragriz for tagging me in this. So here's their posts. Let me make sure you guys can see this. You guys can see this all right, right? Okay, I'm going to read these to you. This is the mind of a person who is very, very, very parasocial. Whatever. I'm not even joking. It's not that difficult to dox someone else, even if they're hiding behind a company. So already starting out with, oh, you rejected me. That's a veiled threat to dox somebody because they turned you down for a date. Fucking weird. Okay. But it doesn't stop there. If I really wanted to stalk Pippa, I could have easily found out where she lived and deleted her. Right? I'm not even going to say that word. You guys can read that word right there. This right here is enough to get this guy arrested. Right? This is a veiled. These are veiled threats. I'm sorry. Like, you can't talk like this, right, in this context. Not in America, not in 2024, but it's not right, period. Right? It's not like I fucking did any of this because I was trying to hurt somebody. I don't fucking know. I fucking tried to be nice and share my feelings, but didn't work, I guess. It just feels really shitty to think that they probably think I'm a stalker. If I harass someone online, I'd probably get arrested too. I have no arrest records and no case of stalking. Most people, before they do things like this, don't have a record. This could be your first thing, right? Hell, my DNA isn't even a police database. Why would I fucking stalk anyone? God damn, you guys are fucking stupid. If I committed an actual crime, I'd be arrested right away. Yeah, exactly. That's why you haven't done it. But the thing is, if you're somebody who's threatening to delete somebody, right? You can't wait till you do it, right? That like, oh, what? So the police are going to wait till you actually go and hurt somebody and then they're going to arrest you? No, that's fucking weird. Continuing, sorry, I'm weird and antisocial. Same with her chat. If Pippa is really afraid of me, she's really stupid because I'm not like that. Now, I'm not speaking of Pippa and or relative fear or not fear, because there is a standard, right? You could get a restraining order if you had a reasonable fear. So if Pippa had a reasonable fear of this, she could get a restraining order, or the company could do it on her behalf, whatever. Somebody could do it on the behalf. It technically is a crime. Now, do I think that it's the best thing to go and file a restraining order against this person and give them that negative attention? No. In a way, this person needs to be like distanced and ignored, right? That's probably the best course of action. But that aside, this shit's not okay. And if anybody thinks that like making that threat because your favorite content creator got $500, they didn't go out with you, and you're going to turn around and imply that you could easily dox them and delete them, yeah, you could get arrested for that. And if you do get arrested for that, you brought it on yourself. You fucking 100% brought that on yourself, right? So, and this is not about Pippa, because this happens to many people. I know there's a lot of female content creators that have this problem. There's male content creators that have this problem, right? And maybe it's not in the form of dating. Maybe it's just they want to be your friend. You reject them and they get really butthurt because you're not going to be their BFF, right? But that's how it quickly spirals into a crime. It can spiral into a temporary restraining order. It's real life psychos. And that's because of parasocialism, right? Because of parasocialism. Junie, what's up, Junie? Good to see you. I'm sorry I missed your debate stream. I was literally going out at that time. Time zones were always weird for me, so I was out while the debates were going on. It seems like Vance beat the shit out of Waltz. All I saw was the memes, and the memes tell you the story. When I saw that face when Vance was like, and Waltz was like that, I knew what happened, right? The bug eyes and it was clear. It was clear what happened there. The meme told the story. Junie said he did. Junie said he did. Cool. Cool. So yeah, parasocialism, weirdness. Don't do that shit. Don't at all. It's weird. KMW, 20 legal mindsets. Thank you so much for that.
Hello, beso department.
That's 20, so you get 2 reactions.
Yes.
Thank you, KMW. Appreciate you guys. Say thank you to KMW in the chat. Very much appreciated for that support. Ragreaves Reborn says this guy seems a new Henry is an older, well-documented psycho. I don't know anything about the history here. I don't know about this guy. I don't know about the chat. Once again, I'm really using this as an illustration of what not to do. Don't do that. And once again, I think Pippa handled it wonderfully. I think she was professional. Yeah, she laughed, but I mean, that's her vibe. I can see a lot of content creators destroying them and embarrassing them and mocking them on stream, right? You thought you had a chance, I mean, there could be real destruction there. But she even said it herself. You didn't have to send me $500. You could have sent me $1, right? And she would have given you the same answer. It wouldn't have changed her answer. Jin Blades, thank you for the 5. Appreciate that one. Since I did yes. How about
No. Wait.
Thank you so much, Jin Blades. And thank you to everybody who sends me new reaction clips. I always love filtering in the new reaction clips as they go. So appreciate that. The reactions just get better over time. Thank you guys. And it's because of you guys who send great reactions for me. Because these things are absolutely great. Thank you for the support. Zalthris says, wasn't a restraining order need a real name? And that's why you might not want to get involved, because sometimes you go down that process and then you end up doxing yourself through a legal process. And you could also end up kind of screwing yourself over. If you ever want to see a good example of that, we'll look at everything Nick's done. Nick Recatta's done. I mean, that's example of screwing yourself over in court. But yeah, it's weird. Captain Taker Joe said, I've been wanting to send you an email about this, but no time with work. But would you be willing to look into a new lawsuit between 23XI and Front Row Motorsports versus NASCAR, alleging monopoly and forcing teams to sign a contract under duress? Hold on. Let me just put that up. 23XI, NASCAR. Sure, I'll look into it. In fact, I'm going to type it in here. I want to research it first. So I'll be willing to look into it for sure. Thank you. And if there's people who are interested, I do things you guys are interested in. That sounds like one where if I do a multi-topic stream where I've got 3 or 4 topics, that could be one of my topics. Sounds good. I'll look into it. Thank you so much. Junie said for 5, between this and dress to impress owner threatening to frame someone of SA, people are really forgetting you can't commit crimes digitally. This is the exact point. People think the internet is oh yeah, words don't count on the internet. It's the internet, right? You're going to say whatever you want. No, you can't. Now, look, I'm not about arresting people for memes and shit like that, but stuff like threatening to dox and delete somebody, yeah. King Conda says this man sounds like he's on every watch list, knows the man. People come at it with an innocent mind. Right? It's those people that they build up this fantasy and the fantasy is shattered and they can't deal with it. They can't cope with it. So the only thing they know to do is to lash out. And in the past, this has involved, I mean, there've been assassinations. The assassination of Ronald Reagan, the attempted assassination of Ronald Reagan was just to get an actress's attention. It's for senpai to notice them. People do weird shit. We did a stream on, was it Kikihime in Japan, where her stalker followed her and ran up and grabbed her right out of nowhere. It's fucking weird. John Q Ghost, new member. Welcome. Welcome to the BLM. Welcome to the Based Legal Mindset. Appreciate having you here. Mr. Kangaroo. Oh, no, wait. I got the get one later. I'll get yours, Mr. Kangaroo, when we get to Styx. Charlie says, can you get a restraining order on someone's behalf? How would that be enforced if you can't know their identity? Can't come within 500 feet of someone you won't name? That's why it's weird. Some states will allow for like a digital version, and they'll allow for that. So I don't know Louisiana law. Once again, Louisiana is actually really complicated law because it's got that old French stuff, got that old civil law and the common law. So I can't speak to Louisiana. However, it might be possible to do it in a digital sense, right? But I don't think it's worth it. Like I said, I don't think it's worth it in this case. I think there's ways to deal with that without going through the law. And unlike other lawyers, I often say the law is not a good remedy. You got to handle this in a different way. And frankly, this can be handled digitally by just kind of, okay, you go over there. We're not going to pay attention to this or acknowledge this or play on this, just move on along. And I think Pippa did a good job of that so far. Lumi says, similar to what happened to Selena. Yes, very similar. Just Eater Cakes is on an unrelated note, just recommending Space Dandy dub. You will enjoy it. The embodiment of Disney's lawyers make an appearance this week. I've watched about half of Space Dandy. I have to finish it. I will finish Space Dandy. I promise. All right. We're going to get the Styx here. Before I do that, though, thank you, everybody. We got 1,500 people in the chat. So if you guys can smash the like button, I really would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Also, Claybuster, what's up? 29-month member. These are OGs today. We got Patrick earlier. We got Claybuster. My OGs are coming out of the woodwork. Been a while since I've been able to catch you live. Make it good. I'll try. I do what I can. And you OGs, the OGs in the chat, we're gonna talk about a topic today that I talked about when I had 200 subs. I talked about this specific topic when I first started my channel. I had nobody listening to me. I did these nerdy streams where I was in my suit and I was like, hey guys, we're going to talk about the law today. And they were prefabricated videos. It was the dorkiest shit ever, right? We're going to go over the facts though, so don't worry. Euro Clegin said, this is a transaction of education and entertainment from you to us, like business besties, but never personally. Exactly. I am providing education and entertainment, and you guys provide the sass. All right. So actually, let me pull up Styxhexenhammer's YouTube channel because I want you guys to get an example for those who don't know who Styx is. Because once again, not everybody's not going to know who this guy is. So Styxhexenhammer is a commentator. I'll call him a commentator. He is a really big YouTuber. I mean, compared to him, I'm a baby over here. We got him over here here with 500,000 subscribers. Okay. So his channel content is generally like kind of him here speaking. He doesn't even put thumbnails. This guy doesn't even put thumbnails and gets amazing amount of views, amazing amount of people watching his channel. Look at the 108K watching. Of course, this is because this just went down. He just did a stream on his going to jail. Right. And he gets an amazing amount of views on a lot of his videos for just literally just sitting on his couch and talking. Right. And a lot of people like his opinion. Now, some people have said that his content as of late has dropped off. I don't know about that. So I don't want to speak to that. But I'll say this. I've seen clips of Styx in the past, but for the past year, I haven't seen any of them cross my timeline, which means either the algorithm isn't recommending them to me anymore, or just he's not saying much that is that engaging or that people are clipping or that is getting out there. So I think it's probably fair to say he's had a little bit of a drop off recently. Now, some people could say that's because of substance abuse or whatever else, but that's speculative. Right? But I'm just giving the pros and cons. So my approach is to just give the information and, this is what I've heard out there. This is what I read. Whether or not that's verifiable, don't know. Right? Hypnotic says Smash got his GoFundMe taken down by the freaks. Oh, weird. We'll do this one another time because I know there's going to be more with Smash and Alyssa because they're going to court, which is great. Nathan C says you're servicing us digitally.
Degenerates. You guys degenerates.
I'm not going to deny it, though. Mr. Kangaroo said, I've been watching Styx back when all he did was release videos trolling Christians. To say I'm disappointed in him for falling back in his old habits is an understatement. Yeah, I don't know whether like what his substance history is or whatever else was happening in his past is. I know there's lots of critics. There's lots of people that would love to make him into a locale. Maybe he is a locale. I don't really know. That said, some of his stuff in the past I agreed with, right? But like most kind of libertarians, there's stuff I agree with and stuff that I would agree with, but it's kind of unrealistic, right? It's not pragmatic enough. Nikki P, as a new member, thank you so much, Nikki. I know you've been around for a while, though, so thank you for upgrading to BLM. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Nikki. Anime Kaiser Willy II said, bad year for libertarian YouTubers. Jawohl. Sehr schlecht for the libertarian YouTubers. Okay, so he had a big channel, right? So, of course, like people with big channels lately, I mean, as we've seen is the case with a lot of content creators that are getting exposed. I mean, you have Jake Paul, we got our old buddy Nick Rekieta, we got Mr. Beast, we got a lot of people that are coming out there, and Boogie, a lot of people coming out there with a ton of problems on YouTube. And, you know, you could say maybe it's a trend or maybe it's because people are covering YouTubers more closely. I don't know whether it's one way or another. It probably has to do with the fact that if you cover a YouTuber drama on YouTube, you're going to get a ton of views, right? So that's probably it. But a lot of these people that I cover, and I've covered on this channel, there's some meat behind the allegations. Now, I don't know yet whether there's some beef behind these allegations. But here's what happened. He was arrested. Now, this information is out there. I was thinking, okay, is this a dox or not a dox? But this has been out there like pretty widely circulated. And I got this literally from Twitter. So it is what it is. But there's the booking information for him here, Tara Warwick. And he was booked in Louisiana for domestic abuse battery. Domestic abuse battery. So, and there's the disposition date is 10/1, right? And booked in for domestic abuse battery. So let's go ahead and look at what that means. Before we do anything else, let's look at what this means. What is domestic abuse battery in Louisiana? Because we need to understand, because I think when you say domestic abuse, everybody probably thinks, I mean, in chat, what do you guys think? In the chat, what do you think happens? What do you think the charge of domestic abuse battery is for? Do you think it's for physical violence? Do you think there's like yelling is enough? Like, what do you think domestic abuse entails in your mind when you're thinking about it? Right? I want to know. Somebody says Mike Tyson level beatdown. Someone says the biatch got the backhand. Wife beating. Making a woman live with. Okay. All right. He hit somebody. He beat up his girlfriend. Wife beating. His wife got out of hand and okay. You know, yeah, everything. Catching hands. Through the wall, baby. Physical attacking. Physical violence. Violence towards foes. Physical violence. Physical violence. So a lot of you guys, yeah, Irish sun. Who the fuck's that Irish sunglasses? Fine, Irish sunglasses. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I read these things and I think.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
I read these things and I'm like, God damn. Why is this so funny to me? All right. So he pulled a Tim Walsh. Oof. All right. So you're right. Physical violence absolutely can be domestic abuse battery. However, that's not the only thing. The definition is super broad. Let's look at the Louisiana definition. Okay. So here's the Louisiana definition of domestic violence. Right? Domestic abuse battery is the intentional use of force or violence committed by one household member upon the other. Any crime of violence against a person committed by one household member against another shall be designated as an act of domestic violence. The term crime of violence means an offense that has an element of the use, attempted use, or threatened use of physical force. So once again, there's use, and most of you were thinking beat up, right? Beat up is use. A threat, I'm going to fucking punch you. I'm going to kill you. I'm going to do something to you. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. That's attempted or threatened, right? So that's attempted or threatened. Against person or property of another. So that's the big one. So it doesn't have to be even the person. They can just threaten violence against the property of another. So if I say, you better shut up or I'm going to break your door or I'm going to bust up your car, that is domestic violence. And I know that most of you wouldn't think that is domestic violence, but it is. So kicked your dog. Yes, I'm going to kick your dog. And I know, guys, you're going to get mad that, animals aren't property. They are in the eyes of the law, okay? Animals are property in the eyes of the law. So if you threaten an animal, that could constitute as domestic abuse battery. Let me do this. Okay, there we go. So let's read through some of these. Solicitation for murder. Okay, obviously murder is domestic violence, right? Murder, manslaughter, battery, aggravated assault, rape, sexual battery, intentional exposure to the AIDS virus. That's super specific, by the way. Wildly specific about the AIDS virus. Kidnapping, aggravated assault. Here we go. Aggravated criminal damage to property. So if you slammed a door and broke it, that's aggravated. That's an aggravated criminal damage to property, right? So just understand that that's there. Burglary, robbery, armed robbery, assault by drive-by, aggravated crime against nature, terrorism, stalking. So stalking, no physical impact to stalking. And now stalking is bad. And once again, these are not good things. None of these is good, but it's not the conventional understanding of what you might think happened. Second-degree cruelty to juveniles, trafficking of children for sexual purposes. So, like Epstein style, human trafficking, home invasion, domestic abuse, aggravated assault upon a dating partner, domestic abuse battery of a dating partner, or violative of a protective order. So there's a lot of potential things in that list that could be the reason why he was arrested. And so there's all those things. And there's another concept which many people don't understand. And I know the OGs will here, but many people don't understand another concept, which is why if there was any dispute, let's say the neighbors heard them arguing, if there was anything that happened, they had to arrest him. We're going to get to that in a second. Let me get to these super chats and members. Nathan C became a new member. Welcome, Nathan. Appreciate you. Welcome to the gang. Nathan's one of my brother's names, so I like all Nathans. Internet guy says, I don't know how it took a week to find someone. Adam Wolford said, we all have simple beginnings, but before coming legends like you, the vision of Escaflowne is a high fantasy mech type. I love Escaflowne. I watched Escaflowne years ago, and I rewatched it about 3 years ago when I was in Korea. Very good anime. Patrick Kennedy for $5 says he did not mount Clock-chan correctly. Stupid property. Yes, always mount Clock-chan correctly, right? If you don't, I mean, there's no apology that's going to cover you. Nathan C said aggravated crime against nature, aka littering. Let me actually see how they define that. Aggravated crime against nature. Let's see. I want to see how the statute defines that. Okay, let's see how they define that. Because you're right. That's one that could be pretty broad as well. Right? Like, what the fuck is that? Okay, are they going to be... Okay, an aggravated crime against nature is unnatural carnal copulation with a human being with another of the same sex or opposite sex. Okay, so it's a sex crime. It's a sex crime. So, butt sex. We're talking butt sex. No. Wait. Yeah. Murga Can remember for second months. Welcome. One dickhead says, "Sweet Jesus, if I lived in Louisiana, my wife would be in jail." No, you'd be in jail because of this next concept that you probably don't know about. So there's a concept called mandatory arrest. Almost nobody talks about this. People that I explain it to in other countries think this is insane because this is insane, right? And this is something that most people don't get. Louisiana is a mandatory arrest state. Here's a list of the states that are mandatory arrest states and that you must, these are mandatory. So it says mandatory, preferred, discretionary. But in all cases, things don't look good for the guy. But in mandatory arrest states, Alaska, Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Virginia, Utah, Washington, Wisconsin, D.C., in mandatory arrest states, if there is, you said you can't see shit, it's right there. In mandatory arrest states, if there is any instance of a domestic call, so it's a call related to something that is about domestic abuse, they must take someone from that house. They do not have the option. And that's because there was a case where the police did not take someone from the house. And when they didn't do that, that person went and killed somebody. So they changed their laws and they're like, well, we have to arrest somebody now. And there's certain factors that they look at. But those factors for mandatory arrest include things like the relative physical threat, the size of each individual, right? They can't say gender because that would be discriminatory, but they can use other factors which are clear on gender, right? So if you're 6'6" like me and your girlfriend is 5'1", it doesn't matter if she's some crazy, crazy girl who stabbed you, Yandere girl who stabbed you with a knife, right? Well, you could kill her, so you're going to jail, right? Now, if there's relative injury and you have proof, like if you had video that she stabbed you, yeah, okay, fine. They're going to take her. But the burden is against you as a guy, as a man, right? When these situations come, it's almost always the guy. Any cop will tell you this. Any law enforcement person will tell you this. And they'll say, look, it's just safer to take the guy, right? It's always safer to take the guy, right? They just take the guy and they throw him in jail. So in the defense of Styxhexenhammer, could this have been a property crime where they had a mandatory arrest? It could have been. However, I told you I'm giving both sides here, right? So let's give the other side. So I've now given a fair defense of Styx, right? I said, here's what could be. That's because it's illegal. We're doing legal education here. Here's what could be. There's some counter evidence, okay? And I'm about to show you a video. There's a little bit of inappropriate touching going on here. So we're just going to play this video. So I saw this video and I'm like, this does not look good. This is 3 weeks ago, right? And this was a live situation involving Styx. So this does not look good, right? And the title of the video is Debate Night Grope Fest. So that kind of tells you a lot what you want to know. So I'm just going to play this right here. So this is the video.
Yes. I know you know your judo well. By the way, this is my darling. Yes.
You done?
Now.
Okay.
Only slightly. Yes.
You done?
Now.
Okay.
Who is your co-host, says Sir Link. This is my girlfriend.
Hi.
Yeah.
So yeah. That looked pretty fucking uncomfortable to me. And that body language there, like, I'm sorry, but like that body language Not looking good. Like, not looking good. And look, even if that was like consensual and that's not the reason for all of this and blah, 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 you wouldn't do that shit on the stream, right? You should not do that on the stream. Like, that's wildly inappropriate to do on stream. Even if, look, once again, even if that's not the girl that reported it, whatever else, right? Whatever, right? When you look at that behavior, and then that was 3 weeks ago, and then you get arrested, now it doesn't look fucking good. That looks really bad. That looks really cringy. I can't, like, it's cringy to watch that. And I've watched it twice now because I watched it first and it's fucking cringe, super cringe. And then I watched it again. And I'm like, it's still bad. And you saw her body language. She's like, her face is, she's not okay with that. She's not okay with that. And like, look, even if that's your girlfriend, she's probably not okay being groped in front of thousands of people on the internet. It's not a good look. And it's disrespectful to your girlfriend too, because like, what does that mean? How does that make her look? Right? You know, it's different if she's like asking you to grab her titty or something, but like that wasn't what was going on there. Right? Not at all. Junie said, Grope Fest, why can't he be like me and do bingo? Actually, don't be like me. The world ain't big enough for two fair YouTubers. Only one. Tatsumi says, I envy the person I was a few seconds ago. Me too, brother. Me too. You can't put that one back in the box. Right? So yeah. Someone on Locals asked me, expand upon crimes against nature. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Also, I guess crimes against nature could be sex that's with unnatural things like corpses and animals. Yeah, that could be crime against nature too, I guess. Right. Put it back in the box. Yeah, that one literally that's yeah, it's not good. It's not good. So that happened. And so I get that you have to kind of defend your homeboys and everything else, which we've seen. Look, I see that in lots of cases. And sometimes when the evidence is up in the air, it's fine, whatever. And to be fair, do we know yet? No, we don't know yet, but looks really bad. But Jeremy from the Quartering got a lot of flack because he really came out there and defended his co-host. Now, granted, this is his co-host, and you know, like with Sydney Watson, where he came out full-throated for her, it's your co-host. You kind of have to defend your co-host a little bit because that's bad on you, which is why you shouldn't be collaborating in the first place. You know, probably should have learned that lesson with Sydney Watson and not been doing these like partnerships that never end up well. Maybe just collaborate from time to time and then, you know, don't feel obligated to bail them out. But Quartering went and paid for the bail, right? And he got a lot of flack for this. Now, his statement was this: we know at the rate at which men get arrested in mutual domestic disturbances and how often stories are fabricated by women in some cases to get the man arrested, and also police bias. Domestic violence is real and goes both ways. It's often complicated and best to wait for facts. I'm not saying there isn't real trash out there, real garbage wife beaters, but I also have seen good men catch domestic battery charges for like slamming a refrigerator door or punching a wall. That's true. There are a million ways you can get that charge. The cops almost always blame the man. That's also true. I was told 3 hours ago he'll get out today. Then I heard nothing more and they're closed that day. They took my money instantly. So the part that most people say is, well, yeah, I know, I get that it's innocent until proven guilty, but you know, you like bailed them out. So if you bail them out, like you're kind of, that's a different level, right? So it's like, okay, there's innocent until proven guilty and here's bail, right? And I did see a pretty funny meme here in Jeremy's expense. I'm sure Jeremy would laugh at this too, even if he saw it, but this is a pretty good one by Yellow Claws here, which is, you know, co-host arrested for battery. I bailed him out. Give me subs so I can re-up. Pretty good meme. I'm to say this is a pretty solid meme. It's probably a 9 out of 10 meme right here. The beanie fits very well on him, right? So bails him out of jail, gets a lot of flack for him. And then today, as a little bit of an update, we have Styx commenting on his Twitter. Now, he can't obviously say anything. Now, he's not Nick Rekieta. He's not going to go and talk about it online because even non-lawyers are smart enough not to talk about their case in detail online, right? I know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. We're so used to lawyers owning themselves that regular people not owning themselves is. I know it's crazy, right? But he did post this to confirm. So he says, long story short, I was absent due to being in jail in New Orleans for a week due to stupidity. Met a really cool murderer and a dude in for drug dealing. Plenty of chill criminals. More chuckleheads than in the general population. So, had a good time in jail, I guess? Honestly, the criminals in name were way cooler and more chill than jail staff. Funny story, one dude brought weed in the room and he and like 5 other guys were smoking it. I was like, dude, the fuck, but the guards outside smelled it. He never returned to the room, thought they were bad shit. Another funny, one of the first things I saw in jail was a dude nonchalantly opening a pack and snorting coke. Now, this is Louisiana, not Spicer, Minnesota. So just understand it was not, we're not up north. This is down there. I will live stream today, but obviously be later. A huge shout out to the Quartering by What Brosif, and then encouraging people up here to subscribe to him. Shout out to Quartering, become a member. He's a great dude. So kind of pumping him there for bailing him out. So let's get some of these super chats. Into the beginning says Styx has creepy vibes. His voice tone and body language was off, not normal behavior. No, and that particularly that interaction is weird. And you could be totally normal in a one-on-one talking, but when you see people's interaction, particularly their interaction with the opposite gender, and it gets really fucking weird, you're like, all right, this is giving me, the plausibility is there. Vagabond says, this guy acts like you would think Asmongold acted based on his appearance. I'm just trying to say he looks like a Reddit. Oh, shit, he looks like a fucking Reddit mod. Oof, that's a good one. Oh, God. Oh.
I'm not sorry, and I did nothing wrong.
We all know what Asmon's into, because Asmon is very public about his relationship, so his stuff is pretty out there. I think Asmon's bigger problem is cleaning his fucking room and making sure there's no rats and cockroaches. That's a bigger problem for Asmon. Let's see. The Brujo says, love confessions, Styx groping. Can we watch the scene from The Fly where Brundlefly learns how to eat? It's less disgust invoking. I know. That's why I put these things together, because they're both fucking weird. Like, Styx is groping and the message from the guy, those kind of are the same sort of weird vibe. They're super uncalibrated and they're really weird. And I get it. Yes, people online can be socially awkward, but social awkwardness doesn't get you past criminal or potentially criminal activity. Dragon's Treasure said, screw the Quartering. It's totally not woke coffee. Go with Dragon's Treasure. We won't bail out woman beaters. Thank you. Yes, in fact, you know what? Let me put on the banner here. Join BLM, graphic legal discussion, and Dragon's Treasure Tea code mindset. Code mindset. Thank you for that. Yeah. So what do I think will happen here? Well, obviously we'll get the information, we'll get the case as it goes on and develops. I'm gonna hold out for now, but after seeing the video, I'm wondering what it is. I'm thinking, okay, I'm not presuming innocence or guilt either way, but I'm thinking, okay, there's probably more going on here than meets the eye. And especially if there's substance abuse, the potential for yelling, threatening, throwing stuff, breaking bottles, a lot of stuff could happen there, and it could be very bad. And that doesn't make it okay. Right? Doesn't make it okay because you're drunk or you're addicted to substances or whatever else. It doesn't justify that behavior. Right? Not at all. Let's see here. Just want to make sure I got this on. Stick today 6 and upload. Yeah, I know. He did a stream in which he was talking about his jail experience. Right? But once again, he didn't go into the legal aspects of it. He didn't go and give his whole legal defense. He didn't go and tell all of his secrets and how he's going to own everybody on the internet, like Nick did. He just said, okay, here's what happened in jail, right? Which is fine. That's not going to hurt his case one way or another, right? Which is good. He should not get into that. Let's see. I'm behind on the Quartering lore. Yeah, no. There's a lot of quartering lore. Quartering, look, once again, I have no specific beef with Jeremy, but he's had an issue with his co-hosts. That's what it is. And I don't know what it is. Maybe he's unlucky. He picks them really poorly, but his co-hosts have really been, it's not a good track record if you're a co-host of the quartering. Like there's probably some lawsuit or criminal stuff that's going to happen eventually if you're a quartering if you're a quartering follower, right? So let me ask you guys in the chat, what do you think? So I'm going to put up a poll here. Do you think Styx committed a crime? Yes, no, and I'll add a maybe. I'll add a maybe, possibly not criminal. Like if you think it was something that's like on the edge, like then go with the maybe. I want to see what you guys think. Because I came into this without any, I came into this without really caring one way or another about Styx. And I know what a lot of people say about me. They're like, "Oh, Andrew, you're super right wing. You're gonna obviously side with him because he's libertarian. He's right. He's crazy. Blah blah blah." No, not necessarily. I'll call people out. Shit, I was gonna do a stream calling out Aiden Ross for the ignorant shit that he talked about Iron Mouse. I posted about that on X, right? He was like, "Oh, Iron Mouse must be a woman in a dungeon, like in a basement that's locked up." It was crazy. People just say all sorts of wild shit. Man, I'll call it out one way or another. AP says, quartering has lost its appeal almost a decade ago. I guess the quality of the co-host reflects that. I mean, quartering can make good content occasionally. I don't have time to watch it. And honestly, when I go to see a quartering video, I see his topic and I go search for another channel that goes more in depth as to the actual substance, because I know it's just going to be like reading an article or telling you what the headline is. And I can find out the headline myself. I don't need to find out the headline through that. I can go and get somebody who has some analysis to chomp on for a bit. But like, for example, knowing about mandatory arrest, that is very pertinent in covering this. If you don't know about the topic of mandatory arrest, the fact that you have to arrest somebody, that does change the dynamic, and that just makes it a little bit sympathetic for Styx, right? Does that mean he's innocent? No, but does that add a factor in there? Sure. Pizza says, "Believe all women." What do we got? I'm just gonna put this here.
No. Wait.
Because then it's Amber Heard, Fellas who says, "Does he wear the Sonichu medallion?" I hope he is not wearing the Sonichu medallion. I truly hope he is not wearing the Sonichu medallion. That would be insane. Okay, a little fun topic here as we round out. It's 5:44 in the morning here. Oh, also, Vagabond asked, what happened with Sid Watson and the quartering? As far as I know, they had a falling out. They had a falling out, and I know that he had to shut down some of his other projects that he was collaborating with her. So I don't know the exact details of their stuff, but obviously Sydney Watson sued the Blaze. She had that big lawsuit, which was a joke. It was a super feminist lawsuit that she filed despite espousing quote unquote conservative values, right? Super weird, woke lawsuit against them, blaming the chat and wanting to sue because the chat was misogynist, which, I mean, if the chat being misogynist got people sued, I mean, I'm going to be like,
please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Wait.
I mean, you guys are pretty fucked up. I'm not going to lie. You guys are pretty fucked up. Dankus Ron Paul said, "Do you see the quartering stream title when he found out Styx was rather pretty mimetic?" Yes. So his stream title was, ironically, he was talking about Kamala's husband getting in an assault situation and an abusive situation there, like a physical altercation. So it's very funny how he's talking about potential, physical altercations, assault with Kamala's husband. When it turns around, it's like, oh shit, Styx is arrested, right? And it's like, well, are you going to deal with these things equally, right? And if it's me, it's like, yeah, okay, let me get some more facts, let me get some more data. Very funny. And I'm sure even Jeremy, once again, would have a laugh about that. He's got a good sense of humor, and he knows how the internet is. He knows how the internet be. He knows how the internet be. But that said, this isn't an anti-Jeremy. I'm not anti-Jeremy or pro-Jeremy. Jeremy's Jeremy. He does his thing, right? And I got respect for any content creator that kind of keeps at it no matter what. That's some persistence. I mean, even fucking ignorant ass DSP who is an idiot and an asshole and extraordinarily fucking dumb, right? He's been around and persisted. So, I mean, there's something there, right? I mean, something. Shamelessness? I don't know. Maybe. Did she lose that lawsuit? I actually need to check out whether Sydney Watson lost the lawsuit, Kieran. I'm not sure whether she did or not. I'm actually not. I have to check. They may be settling it. DSP is better than the quartering. I don't know about that. Okay, hold on. Let's see where the chat was at. Right. So 61% of you said maybe, possibly not criminal. Okay, I want to put up a poll in the chat. This is a very important poll. Who is better? Okay, you got to pick one. DSP or the quartering? Okay. It's in the chat for you guys. I don't know about that. Let's see what you guys think. You got to pick one. DSP or the quartering. So far, quartering is winning. Okay, we'll see. Knight Galahad. So this is why I like watching you. I do believe you lean right. However, you're not partisan and consistent on both sides calling about behavior. No. And if it's somebody who does something bad, no. And if they're stupid, I'll call them out. I call out lots of pundits on the right, like people like Matt Walsh and other people say just retarded things like anime is evil and from the devil and blah, blah, blah. And you're all going to go to hell. And you play video games and that's stupid. And, you just got to work more. That's not always the situation, right? And a lot of people that will argue that on the right, that's silly, right? Now, it happens to be there's a lot of stuff on the left, right? That is a problem. And I think the burden of the stuff tends to come from really extreme activists on one side. But that said, try to cover at least even-handedly. And look, if somebody gets arrested for domestic abuse, it doesn't matter if I think they're on my team or not. Right? I'm going to cover it fairly. Lil Voldemort says Styx did nothing wrong. We don't know that yet. I mean, maybe he did nothing wrong. It's possible. It's also possible he didn't. And also his behavior has been a little weird. So far, quartering is beating DSP 72% to 28%. Poor DSP getting felted here on this stream like that hard. Come on. Getting absolutely wrecked. Gotta Plague said it'll be DSP and the roaches in the apocalypse. Don't do the roaches like that. Don't do the roaches like that. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. DSP is Darkside Phil, in case you guys didn't know. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, and people who watched the Styx live stream, there's people that said they watched the whole thing and he talks nothing about the jail. That's what I heard. That's what I reviewed. So I'm glad that's confirmed. Thank you for that. Patrick actually confirmed that. Shout out to Patrick Kennedy for confirming that. Southeastern Kaiju said just a matter of time before Melanie Mack gets nabbed for trafficking black market and Laura Croft merch. Well, Melanie has some bad takes too sometimes too. I've called her out. She does carnivore diet, which is pretty smart, but she's got some dumb takes sometimes too. Some very dumb takes sometimes too. I think she had some like anti-anime or anti-something else. Like there's some take she had, which was just horrible. All right. So that's what I had mostly for today, but there's a fun little Kirsha moment here. Kirsha, our favorite spicy fox, said, Donald Trump needs me. I'm Trump's top guy, because she was tagged by Donald Trump. At Kirsha, I send you important election updates from North Carolina. Make sure you are ready to vote for Donald Trump. I think that's if you liked something or followed something on his profile, it was an automated response. But that said, Donald Trump is a huge Kirsha fan. You saw it. You saw it here first, guys. Kirsha, Donald Trump, I ship it. Next wife after Melania, Kirsha? Could happen. I think it could happen. Just saying. I think she actually did it to Pippa too. So Pippa Kirsha harem? Pippa Kirsha Trump harem? Maybe? Huh? Did you see Andy Pants Gaming false flag the Act Man? No, I'll have to check that one out. There's a lot of false flagging, a lot of false reports too. Nathan Cassie said, might be boring, but the quartering is still self-aware, and he actually shown he can roll with punches. Amanda can take the jokes, still came up with, yeah. And once again, I hope I'm coming off as fair, right? Yeah. Just because I don't watch his content doesn't mean I'm going to say everything he says is wrong and he's a totally bad guy. No, he seems to be pretty consistent. He seems to be self-aware. I know he can take a joke. I've seen him on stream with me where people have made jokes at him and he rolls with a punch. I think he thinks the quarter pounder stuff is probably funny. It's objectively funny. Calling him quarter pounder is objectively funny, right? So, once again, that's all right. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Leprechaun Gold for $100. Yes. I'm not going to go out with you, Leprechaun Gold, but thank you. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for supporting the channel. Bam Bam for $199 says, are you going to follow up with Styx arrest report? Yeah, if there's more information that's objective, I'll follow up. Yes, I will follow up. I'll probably put it in a multi-topic stream, not just one topic, but I'll get that as part of a multi-topic stream. Cody Bauer said, next time you play VTuber clips, you got to pull up Panko and Jelly play Dustborn. That turned FaZe's most legit idol toxic as hell. Dustborn is a shit tier game that is Norwegian communist propaganda. Not even joking. No, Norwegian government propaganda. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. Right. But that I can see. I need to watch that clip. Let me pull that up next VTuber clip time. Next VTuber clip time. But guys, ladies and gentlemen, our stream here, nice and casual. Enjoyed it with you guys. Nice and late at night for me, but I guess it's a really good time for you. This is the 1,600 people on. I got to start staying up late at night. It's a damn good stream time. And maybe it's just stay up. Also, I will be doing the Sarah Boone trial. So if you are interested in that, make sure you tune in next week. I'll be covering that. Also, if you want to come on with me and you are a small content creator, hit me up. I want to have some laymen on to watch that with me. Pop in and out. You don't have to be the whole time. Maybe just come in for an hour. You hang out. You come in, pop by. Hit me up. Send me a message if you're somebody who's on YouTube, who's got a channel that can be promoted. Let me know because I definitely want to have some folks jumping in. And it's fun to have laymen that are not just lawyers because we think about stuff as lawyers in this nerdy way all the time. It's good to have other people in. So definitely let me know if you're a content creator and check it out. Yeah, Brandon the Anime Guy. Yeah, happy to have you on for a while. And yeah, hang out. It'd be cool. Vincent Nightfall says, please, we're not all commies. Probably. I know you're not. I know. It's a joke. It's a joke. I mean, once again, I'm telling you guys.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
Especially when it comes to making comedy jokes. Hot Wheels says, I wonder if the recent NASCAR antitrust suit would be something you'd be interested in. Yes, I have it pulled up right now. A lot of people are asking me about it. I am going to cover it because multiple people have asked me about it. So I am going to cover the NASCAR suit with 23XI Racing. We are going to cover that. I mean, it's got Michael Jordan involved. I mean, this is a big topic. So yeah, I'm going to cover that for sure. Rainbow Smite became a new member. Welcome. Thank you. But all right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for joining. Take care. Stay based and stay out there despite the fact that all those haters are just...
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing.